up on the bench here is a New Home 702 super automatic, and this is another mystery machine that was donated. And right away, looking at it, I just took the lid off and glanced it over. It is missing a foot. That's easy enough. These are just low shank feet. But this tensioner is missing a part or improperly assembled. So, and it's got a broken take-up spring on the side here. So, I'm gonna have to get this apart and get this rebuilt and either reassembled properly or figure out where the pieces are missing, because it doesn't have the cup for releasing when I lift. The discs don't separate at all. But otherwise, well, looks like the controls seem to move a little bit. I'm not going to push them too hard. They do move, but I'm going to get it open and clean it up. This has an automatic bobbin winding clutch, so I'll have to open that up and take a look at it. Otherwise, it's relatively clean. Well, there's no bobbin case in it, but it does have the hook and cover, so not too shabby there, I guess. I'm going to start by grabbing a screwdriver and just... Oh, that's not the one that fits in that hole. Take the set screw out of the side here. There, that loosened. Our whole tension body comes out, and broken take-up spring, and then there's, like I said, no tension cup, so when you push the release pin in, it doesn't lift the discs apart. So we'll have to get that apart and figure out what's in there. And I think I will... Oh, the needle plate here looks a little bit hammered in too, so this machine has been heavily used. You can see the center here around the zigzag hole is pushed down, and that is a result of overworking the machine and not changing your needle often enough, because when your needle gets dull, it pushes harder on the material before it cuts through or pokes through or goes through it, and all that pressure ends up going through the needle plate instead of that's... I'm gonna have to grab a hammer and tap this center up to level it here and then polish that up. And it's filthy under these feed dogs, so this machine was used hard and not well taken care of, it looks like, or not well cleaned before it got put away. But I'm gonna move the camera, we'll get the top open and start looking around in there too. Loosen the two screws in the top here, and this is gonna need some... This top is going to need some cleaning. It's got discoloration and dirt on it. But this has the lovely oiling funnels in it that I do like about these vintage New Home machines. And then, as you can see, the main cam stack here is plastic. The zigzag cam, the main zigzag cam, is metal, so even if the other cams have failed, the zigzag cam and the stretch stitch cam on either end here are metal. So the primary stretch stitches, straight and zigzag, are going to work fine, but the decorative stitches if this plastic cam stack splits, some of those are going to run out of time. There's also some other places in here that it looks like there's plastic cams for the buttonhole, and the stretch stitch is on plastic here. So yeah, there's two plastic pieces here that if those crack, this machine is gonna not function. So yeah, that is a little disappointing, but also this bobbin winder bracket seems loose, so I will have to get this hand wheel off and get a look in there. Alright. It does appear that our stitch selector is sliding nicely though, so that's good. Yeah. Not a bad machine, but there's a warning. You can see the tab here for the winding clutch. So I'm gonna have to find out how to get the end open to look at that and figure out why this is so loose. But everything is laid out on top here. It's got a gear drive for this horizontal camshaft for the patterns. That's metal on top there. So alright, let's see now. Okay. So it's got an interesting, the zigzag width is actually this pin here on the dial, so it slides across this lever, and then this adjustment is off of the cam follower. So if you've got a zigzag width or cam width adjustment to make, that's going to be this pin here to make sure that you're hitting the follower and then you're getting your full width. And then this adjustment is a bumper so that this can't, and it rests on the back of the buttonhole dial. So that bumper is for the buttonhole dial to move the needle position over for the far side of the buttonhole. So that's what that bumper adjustment is for, is the far side of the buttonhole. Alright. Well, I'm going to stop and get the end I'm going to stop and get the end off and see about looking at that bobbin clutch.